Scotsman ice machine at a Motel 6. Let's go. Here we go. We got the Scotsman ice machine, Scotsman dispenser. I'm gonna take off all these panels. We have no ice. It sounds like the dispenser is running. It's got a light on here, but usually if it's running, that status light is green. It doesn't look like any errors are showing. It might show red when there's an error, but we'll see up here where the control panel's at. We'll see what the actual error is. All my panels are taken off. It doesn't look like it's showing a code that it actually shut off on, but there is a way to recall the diagnostic codes. You can recall the codes by press the off for 3 seconds, and then you press harvest repeatedly to go from most recent to oldest, and there'll be 10. So 1, 2, 3, code number 5 with the last one, and that's some temp failure. And then you're gonna press harvest, and we're gonna have 1 flashing, which is max freeze time retrying. And then we have code 2 flashing, which is max harvest. Those are probably related to each other. 1 flashing, 4 high. This has a lot of different random things. 8 short freeze. All right, I'm just gonna restart it and see what happens. I'm also gonna take a peek at my evaporator. Make sure that that's not separating. Looks good. Not covered in a bunch of scale. The metal's not separating from the back wall, so it looks good. Also, my ice thickness probe looks to be set correctly, and the machine's not terribly dirty, so we're good over here. I just pulled my water probes out. They don't look terribly dirty. Can wipe those off. Also, this is my magnetic curtain switch. If you look right there, opening and closing it turns the light on and off, just like that. So I know that's working. And when the machine turns on, this will touch the water, which will change that light from sump full, will go from off to on. Now that I've done my basic checks, I'm just gonna hit that button, freeze. Assuming the F flashing means freeze is pending. I think it's just gonna dump some water, it's gonna refill, the compressor's gonna start, and then we're gonna start a timer, see how long it takes to make ice. So we're getting hot. My fan wasn't coming on, it actually just came on. And then it shut off. But I feel like we're gonna overheat. I just tapped this right here and it came on. That right there is a fan cycle switch. Let's see if I tap this again. Okay, I'm gonna get my meter out and see if this is actually getting power. But that is supposed to be on right now considering how hot this is. All right, so I have the leads of my meter plugged into the plug that goes in my fan, and it's flashing on and off. If I tap on the actual switch, I can get it to flash as I tap on it. So it just means it has inconsistent power going through that fan cycle switch. I'm gonna bypass that fan cycle switch back there with a jumper, see if my fan stays on at all times. That means that my switch is bad. Watch when I tap it. It makes that jump every time I tap it. Okay, let me just turn this off and jump that out. Here's what I did. I took a pair of alligator clips, at least that's what I call them, a pair of jumpers, and I jumped out this switch. One is clipped to one side of the switch, one's clipped to the other side, so power is just gonna pass as soon as the machine gets turned on. I also have my leads plugged into my fan motor plug, so that I can measure the voltage going to the fan motor. I'm going to turn it on. When the machine energizes and starts running, we'll see if the fan motor runs consistently. That'll tell us whether or not it's a fan motor issue or a fan cycle switch issue. There we go, compressor just turned on. As soon as the compressor turned on, my fan started to spin. I'm getting close to 120 volts, which is what I want. This tells me that it's a bad fan cycle switch. You could leave the fan cycle switch bypassed. We'll let this thing run a full cycle, make sure that ice actually does form, determine whether or not we have any additional issues other than just the fan cycle switch. 12 minutes into freeze, we are making ice. We have a little ways to go. We are about to cycle into harvest, just like that. We are at 18 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm gonna hit the lap button so we can time our harvest cycle. What's gonna happen is these are going to start to warm up and ice is going to push forward and fall off of the evaporator. As long as everything goes smoothly, I will just wait for the ice to fall. There we go, we got some movement. Ice fell, curtain closed. We're gonna hit stop on that and we're directly into our next freeze cycle. Looks like our only issue is that fan cycle switch. We are not gonna leave it bypassed, however, because it's in there for a reason and we don't want to go and start ruining what the manufacturer did. I'm gonna just unplug that so I can get my jumper out of there. So that was pretty easy. That Scotsman ice machine C0530, bad fan cycle switch. If you're curious to what the part number is, the part number is 11-0566-21. I guess I could have bypassed it, but that's not the way the factory wants it done. I could have also bypassed it just so they had some ice for a little while. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short video. If you're looking for more ice machine troubleshooting and service videos, check out Ice Machine 411. There is a playlist on there dedicated to just Scotsman ice machines, as well as playlists for Manitowoc and Isomatic and Hashizaki and all that good stuff. We'll see you guys on the next one.